Hi everyone, how are you? Good morning. And this class is the last class in the level 3 Mawheba, but we have also classes to solve many problems in level in Mawheba level 3. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and there is many information and many information, or a short way to find the answer of any problems in math section. Now, number one, which of the following is a prime number? So we have odd number and prime numbers, also even number. Okay, can you give me an example of a prime number? My student, can you give me a number of an example of prime number? So I want to understand what the meaning of prime number or odd or even number. Okay, can you write it? 2, 3, 5, and 7, yes, are prime number, right? Good. Because we have two factoring or two division, only one and itself, right? So what about, can you give me also even number? Can you give me an example of even number? So, right, Al Hassan, yes, 2, 4, 6, and 8, right. What about odd number? Also, yes, thank you, Al Hassan. Yes, you are an excellent and you have a good job. So, so here, which of the following is a prime number here? If not divide of any numbers, 3, 2, 5, so we can choose the correct answer. Okay, now we will check here. We will check the answer. Look here. I have 101. So what is it? Is it divided by 2? No. How I know divide by 2? You go to the units and you see. If you see even number 2, 4, also 0, 6, and 8. If you see in the unit, then you say divided by 2. So here I have 1,112. Look here, it is divided by what? By 2. So this not a prime number because divided by 2, right? So what about how you know divided by 3? How you know divided by 3? You must add all digit in the number. If you add the digit of numbers, then when you get when you get to 3, 6, 9 like this, then divided by 3. So we check now number C. Add digits when. Now when you add it, you get to 3. 3 is divided by 3. So it is not a prime number because it's divisible by 3. What about B? Also, you add the digits 1 plus 1 plus 1, then you get 3. So it is divisible by 3, right? So this is not correct. What about number A? Number A, 101, it is not divisible by 2. Also, when you add 1 plus 1, it is 2, so not divisible by 3. Also, not divisible by 5. How you know divisible by 5? When you in the unit, is 0 and 5. So the correct answer here it is 101, right? Is it clear? So 101 is a prime number, right? What about number 2? If I have x, now, to the power x minus 3 equals square root of 3, also to the power x plus 5, then square root of x minus 2. Okay, now how I find square root of x minus 2? So we must find x first. We find x now. First we find x. How I find x? Okay, now you find x, you must put the base as is the same. 3 and square root of 3, now it is it is not the same. So we want to put the same. How I put it the same? You have two ways. If you want to write this 3 to the power half, or square root of 3 to the power 2, as you like. Okay, now how I find it now? You can put it 3 in the square, put it put it in the square root. So you write square root of 3 to the power what? To the power 2. So that is the same of 3. Then all things, all to the power what? All to the power x minus 3, right? Equals, now square root of 3 to the power what? X plus 5. Here x plus 5. So now we have the same basis. We can delete it here, square root of 3 and square root of 3. So also you multiply 2 to the power here. 2 times x equals 2x, and 2 times minus 3 equals minus 6, equals x plus 5. So I can now find x. So minus 8 minus 6 to go to another side, and x also here go to the left side. 2x minus x equals it is 6 plus 5. So now we find it, x equals what? X equals 11, right? So we find x equals 11. So we can now substitute here. X equals 11 minus 2, that's x, it is a square root of 9, then equals 3. So the answer is 3. So the answer is what? Is number D. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, my student? Is it clear, my student? Right. Okay, now number 3. Now number 3. Okay, now number 3. What is the problems here in number 3? Okay. If 9, 10, 5, and x are 4 values between like this, x greater than 5, less than 9, and the median of these values equals 8. Then x, what is it? Then x, what is it? He said me the median. How I find median? How I find median? If you want to find median, you must arrange the values. You see, if you have 2, 3, and also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the median is the middle one because you have odd values here. So the median is the middle one, right? But when you have 6 numbers or 4 numbers, so how I find the median? How find the median? You take 2 numbers in the middle one and you add it, then divided by 2. So 3 plus 4 divided by 2, then the median is 7 divided by 2, then equals 3.5. This the median, right? Do you understand? I think this idea. So now we must arrange the values first. Okay, now I have these values. I want to find median. So I have here 5, also x, 9, and 10, right? We have these. Okay, now how I find medians? Now medians, when you find median, you add x plus 9 divided by 2, right? Equals how much here? What is the value of median? He said 8. Now how I find x now? It is this, the denominator is 1. Then you multiply by crossed here to find x, right? Then what is it? So x plus 9 times 1, it is x plus 9 equals 2 times 8, it is what? 16, right? So now you subtract 9 from 2 sides. So x equals 7, right? Then x equals 7. So the correct answer is A, right? Good. Ali Al-Hashim, you are welcome in our class. Thank you. Okay, compare now. Do you understand these problems? Do you understand? Is it clear, my student? Right. Okay, now we will go to number 4. Compare if 2 to the power x equals 10, 2 to the power y equals 5. How I compare between two values? Value of A, value of B. So what is, who is greater? Who is greater than when? Okay, now he said 2 to the power x. Look here. Pay attention, please. 2 to the power x equals 10 and 2 to the power y equals 5. How I find x and y? Look here. Can you write the base the same? Can you put the bases the same? Look here. I want to pay attention because here is 2 and here it is what? 10. Can I write 10 the same? I think it is difficult, right? We can't. because when you are factoring 10, then you get 2 times 5, right? Also here, 2 and 5 here. The bases are different, so you must put the same. How I find x now? Because I can't put the bases are the same. Okay, now we try it like this. Look here. Here, look, and now in the other side here, in the left side, look here, in the left side, he said 2 to the power x and 2 to the power y. We multiplied two things like this. 2 to the power x equals 10, right? Okay, now I multiply by 2 to the power y. Here, you write, you multiply it here, 2 to the power y. And also the answer of the second equation, so you write it here 5. Because 2 to the power y equals 5. So I can multiply the other side by 5. So now 2 to the power x and 2 to the power y, we can add 2 like this, or 10 times 5 equals 50. We can write it here. We want here 2 to the power x because I want here x minus y, and I want square root of x plus y. So here, how I find it now? Because we have multiplication, you add the exponent, right? So we find it 2x plus y equals 10 times 5, it is what? 50, right? Now we add the 2x plus y because we have multiplication. Okay, we write it now the same here. Divided, because I have negative here, I have subtraction. How I get subtraction? I write it in division. 2 to the power x divided by 2 to the power y equals 2 to the power x, it is 10, divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5, it is 2. And here I have division. I can write x minus y equals 10 divided by 5, it is what? It is 2. Now this is the same basis here, right? When you see the same basis, then you can write x minus y equals 1, right? Now we find x minus y in the first value of a, it is 1. Okay, what about now x plus y? X plus y, what about it? We see here, right here, I want 50 in the same base, but I can't. So 50, it is between 32 and 64, right? 32 and 64. 32, it is 2 to the power what? To the power 5. And 64, it is 2 to the power what? 6, right? So 50 between them, between 6 and 5, between 6 and 5. So x plus 5 plus y lies between 6 and 5. So x plus y may be like 5.5, like this. When you write square root, because we have square root, when you write square root here, so square root of x plus y between square root of 5 and square root of 6. So sure, that's greater than 1, right? Because when you write square root of 5.5, it is sure it is greater than 1. So the second answer is correct answer. So B is greater than A, right? Do you see? You can estimate also. You can estimate. How I estimate? Maybe now I try to find another another solution. You can estimate like this: 2 to the power x equals 10. When I have 2 to the power 1, it is 2. And 2 to the power 2, it is what? It is 4, right? 2 to the power 3, it is what? Okay, can you tell me? It is 8. So I have 2 to the power x equals 10. So 2 to the power 4 equals 16, right? So x now, it is between 4 and 3. X between 3 and 4, right? We find here x. Well, what about y? Also the same, because 2 to the power 1, it is 2. 2 to the power 2, it is 4. 2 to the power 3, it is 8. So y lies between what? Between 2, because 2 to the power 2, also, and 3, right? So we estimate like this. You write it here, 3x, right, estimate, right, or suppose 3.5 minus 2.5 equals what? Equals 1, right? We find value of A. Only you suppose like this. What about when you add? What about when you add? Only by choosing, Ali Al-Hashim. You choose. Okay. Yeah, yes, maybe you have a screen. Maybe you have a screen. I don't know the new program. Maybe you have a screen in computer, I think. You have a board in a blackboard in computer. Maybe. I don't know the new programs. Okay, now x plus y. What about it? 3.5 plus 2.5. So the same, it is 6. So it is value of B is greater than value of A. Okay, fine. It is fantastic. Now, number 5. If 16x squared minus 24x plus m is a perfect square, then m, what is it? How I know how I know a perfect square? You know, When I have x plus 5 like this to the power 2, this it is a perfect square. You have a relation. So how I find here x plus 5 to the power 2, how I find it? You multiply it 2 times, or when you know a rule, so x square, it is x square, then you multiply the first and the second one and the power. X times 5, it is 5x, times 2, it is 10x, right? Okay. What about the second one? So 5 square, it is 25. Now it is this, a perfect square, right? A perfect square. We have in there, the first one is square, and the last one is square also. And the middle one, how you can find the middle one? You multiply x by 5 by 2, then you get 10x. Okay? So now I want to find him here. How I find it? Okay, it is easy, I think. You write 16x squared, you can write here 4x and plus the second one and square here. What about the second one? We find it to find here, oh, look here minus, so you write it here minus also. Don't forget, please. So pay attention to write the sign here minus. How I find it here 24? Yes, 4 times something times 2 equals 24, right? So you can divide it 24 divided by 2 and by what? By 4, right? Then you multiply, then you simplify this one, and 2 times 4, it's 8. So divided by 8, then you can write here 3. So the second one, 3 square, it is what? It is 9. So the correct answer is B. When you find now if x minus 3 square, when you find it like the relation this, you squared the first one. 4x square, it is 16x square, right? Then you multiply the first one to another one and multiply it by 2. So 4 times 3, it is 12. Times 2, it is 24x, right? And you square the second one, it is 9. So we find the same perfect square. We find the same perfect square. So the correct answer is 9. Is it clear, my student? Is it clear, these problems? Is it clear? Right. Okay, now number 6. A sink can hold 500 liters of water. The sink is being filled at a rate of 8 liters every 6 minutes. So a sink is 8 liters. We can write a relation here. He said like this, okay, now I want to find a space to write the correct answer. Okay, now I delete this. I delete this. I want to solve the questions. Okay, now Look here, he said the sink is being filled at a rate of 80 liters every 6 minutes. We write it 80 liters every what? Every 6 minutes, right? Then every 6 minutes. Then he wanted a sink can hold 500 liters of water. We want here 500 liters. How much time will it take in minutes for the sink to be filled completely? So we put it here, X. Now, how I find X now? How I find X? You can write it, you can cross, right? You know this way. So you can put it in a cross. So X equals 6 times 500 divided by 80, right? You can simplify 0 with 0. Also, you can divide it by 2. Here, 3. Also here, I think 4, right? So now, 3 times 50, it is when? 50 divided by 4. Maybe I think also you can also divide it or simplify. It is 37.5. So the correct answer is number B, right? It is easy, I think, for you. Is it clear? And do you understand how to find X? My student, are you with me? My student, are you with me? Guys, are you here? Yes, kind of, right. Good. Thank you very much. Yes. Right, good. Now we finished the first video, and you are welcome for watching this video, and you get, oh, we have the last problem. Oh, sorry. I have the last problem, then we finish the video, the first video. Okay. Now the diameter of a tire is 14 meters. How many turns will it take for the tire to travel 22 meters? Look here. We have a diameter of a tire is 14. So I need in the circle of any, when you want to find perimeter or when you find area of a circle, do you need a diameter or radius? We need radius. How I find now radius here? Radius, it is, what is radius? Divided by 14, right? Right, Ali Hashim. Yes, we need radius. Radius equals 14 divided by 2 to find the area, perimeter in a circle. So radius, it is 7. Now, okay, how many turns will it take for the tire to travel 22 meters? So we find circle, or we know circumference, I think. That's we call in English. circumference, I think, right? Or perimeter. So we find it of area that it is 2 pi r. So you multiply it, 2 pi r, it is 7. So you multiply 2 times 7, it is 14 pi. So we find the circumference of circle. Okay, what about now? We have 22 meters, right? You multiply it by 22 meters here, 22 meters, right? Oh, okay, another steps here, not here, I put it. So we find it because we have 22 meters, then you multiply it 14 times 14 by time 22. So what about now? How many tiers we have it? How many tiers? When you see here 14 times 22, 14 times 22, yeah, we can also substitute here about by to find without by. You can write it 14 times by, it is 22 over what? 22 here, we find it here, sorry. 14 times 22 over 7. And you simplify, divided by 7, it is 2. So 2 times 22 equals what? Equals 44, right? Equals 44. So we now divide it. That's, I think it is easy. Divided 44 divided by 22, right? Or 22, yeah. This because we need 22. Each one turns equals 44. So 22 meters divided by 44 equals half. So half term, only half term. Because the circumference of a circle, it is 44. When you turn one times, you get here 44 meters. But when you turn half, it is you get 22 meters. So we divided 22 meters divided by 44 equals half. So the correct answer here, it is C. I think it is easy for you. Thank you very much, and you are welcome for watching TV, and good luck with Mr. Zaki Al-Shoulah, and bye-bye.